Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. I am Kyle Cage. This is Lucas Rand. Today we're going to be talking about a suggestion from a hero that we have, Edgewise CL on YouTube. Thank you
Our
so much
very
for the suggestion.
first episode suggestion.
Yes, we
Pretty exciting
appreciate
stuff.
it. Yes, actually, you know what, Edgewise, for being the first one, you're going to be an honorary superhero.
Hell
Without
yeah.
joining the Patreon, you're our first honorary superhero.
Love ya.
All
Love
right,
ya.
it kind of goes along with one of the videos we just recently made. Go to Hosts4Hire podcast on all socials. Hosts4Hire with the number 4 podcast, and we talked about Batman's and Spider-Man's rogues galleries. We're going to do a kind of a similar thing based on his suggestion, but we're going to do The Flash versus X-Men.
Yes. And like he brought up in the comment that he said, they have a really interesting dichotomy between these two galleries. One, I want to point out that I'm pretty sure Flash is rogues because they're called his rogues. Is that where the whole rogues gallery thing even came from?
I think that might be where the term came from, or the term was used for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're called his rogues, and it's
if
like
you
Captain
guys,
Boomerang, Mirror Master, all those guys.
yeah, if you guys know, let us know in the comments
Yeah,
where the
that would be a
origin of
cool little
rogues
piece of trivia.
galleries comes from. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just it's a very interesting thing where the X-Men villains are all kind of like grandirized, like Magneto, Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister. They're trying to do these huge things. Like Magneto's trying to save, in his mind, a whole people. Like Apocalypse is trying to perfect the human race.
Trask is trying to destroy a people,
Right, no, right. They're all doing like these like grand things, whereas Flash villains are on like a street level, personal. Fuck
I was about to
you
say, it's not even like
personally, Barry Allen.
yeah, I was about to say it's not even street level. It's just personal. Like the Reverse Flash, some of the most heinous things ever done in comics are by the
Next
Reverse
level
Flash.
hating by the Reverse Flash, dude. Actually, I saw this post recently, and this person was talking about who is the biggest hater amongst villains, and it was like Doctor Doom, Black Manta, Reverse Flash, Lex Luthor, and his take was that it was Doctor Doom, and all his reasons were pretty valid. But I was just like, no, bro. Reverse Flash moved Barry Allen's hand as a child so he wouldn't catch a game-winning baseball catch, just so he couldn't win at anything in life. Like, dude,
that is next level petty,
dude.
Yeah, if you guys think of better reasoning or better villain or better hater, please, I would love to know, because this man, like I said, has done some heinous shit just to slightly inconvenience him. Not even to like ruin his life, just to slightly inconvenience him at that moment.
Like Black Manta, like kills Arthur's baby, which is like some real fucked up shit, some real high level hating. But like, dude. It's just so extreme.
It's the low levels of hate that add up.
That's so good, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
With that all being said, let's ask the questions that we asked ourselves about the Batman and the Spider-Man question. Who amongst these rogues galleries is more iconic to you? To me, it have to go with the X-Men. Like Magneto, Same. Apocalypse, Sinister. Like the Sentinels. It's two very iconic. I'd say it's like on par with Spider-Man and Batman's.
Yeah, me too. It also isn't really, in my mind, not the fairest comparison, strictly because we grew up with so much X-Men content.
Very fast.
We grew up with the live action movies, the show, the games, like
X-Men Legends, bro.
Legends, 2 Rise of Apocalypse, like all of those. We had so much X-Men media that we were inundated with as kids, so they mean a lot to us, more so than any of the Flash.
And like Flash's villains, I think Reverse Flash is definitely the peak, because then after that we get characters like Mirror Master, like Gorilla Grodd, Captain Cold, Heat Wave, Killer Frost,
Weather Wizard. What's going on with the Flash's writers?
Why do they hate weather so much? Why do they love weather so much?
No, they grew up in the Midwest and they hate weather because it's always hot. It's always too hot or too cold or too windy or.
It's relatable.
I figured it out. Yep.
But yeah, they're kind of like some lower level villains other
Mhm.
than Reverse Flash. You know, like Reverse Flash kind of peaks them out, and then the other ones you'd consider them street level villains. You
Yeah.
know, like they're
Besides
not.
maybe Gorilla Grodd, because he
Yes,
does have some grand plans like we were talking
yes,
about with the X-Men villains. I don't know. The other thing about it is, as far as overall iconicness goes, again, it kind of has to go to X-Men. If you're going to ask your average person, have you heard of Mystique, Juggernaut? Mr. Sinister's kind of a
obscure one.
more obscure one, but like Magneto,
Yeah,
everyone's going to know who
yeah.
Magneto
Especially since
is.
Mr. Sinister hasn't been in a movie, like a live action movie. You know
Mhm.
that kind of hurts his street cred a little bit. But you know, like anyone who knows any sort of thing about comics, those names are very like they'll know.
Yeah, you ask the average comic book fan who Captain Boomerang is a main villain of, and unless they've seen the Flash show or read specifically read Flash comics, I have a hard time thinking they're
A
even gonna be
little
like,
ambiguous, yeah.
yeah,
Be
they're
like,
gonna be like,
like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
exactly, yeah. Whereas if you ask Magneto, they're gonna say X-Men 100% of the time,
Right,
or Apocalypse even, they're gonna say
right.
X-Men 100% of the time. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know. I personally think that X-Men are more iconic,
yeah. I
overall more
agree.
well known.
And then, like, you know, like unfortunately, also the other question we asked ourselves is who would win amongst a fight. I think everything here is pretty skewed towards the X Men. You know, because
Oh,
like I guess Reverse Flash is something that nobody in Marvel has dealt with
and if
a
we add in someone like
problem
the
like
Black Flash,
right. No, this is true.
the Black Flash one shots every single one of the X-Men villains because he just
This do be true.
takes them to their death.
Like, well, the other thing is speedsters don't exist in the Marvel universe. Like, Quicksilver is the fastest character.
And he's
You know, like
slow compared to
arguably,
the
there's Silver Surfer who travel at like
yeah, Captain Marvel
unbeknownst
is
speeds of.
another one.
But you
Yeah.
know, like runners, you know, like people, earthbound characters. Quicksilver's kind of it. So Reverse Flash, like the other ones, I don't think that they would really hold a candle to much that the X Men could do to them. But I think
Mhm.
Reverse Flash might be able to solo all of the X Men,
For
like
real, like, or get
villains
close to
specifically,
it.
at least. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if we're just talking Magneto, Apocalypse, Sinister, you
Like
know, like the Brotherhood of Evil,
if you add in
uh,
Phoenix, like Dark
ooh, Dark
Phoenix,
Phoenix. You, oh
could
no, yeah, oh yeah,
would probably then take that would put them over the top. It
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
depends on who's in the roster.
yeah. But
Um,
that's actually extremely interesting because like yeah, I think Reverse Flash could almost solo a vast majority of the Marvel universe. Speedsters are just fucking crazy.
well,
Like they're
especially
just
Reverse
crazy
Flash because he's
characters.
willing to go back and kill them as babies.
Yeah, he's willing to go back and move your head so you can't catch a ball. You never become Captain America. You never become Captain America.
I saw this like fake panel, but it was like you remember that time in high school, Barry, when you were about to ask her to prom, Barry, and she was leaning against your leg, and you ejaculated, Barry. It was me, Barry.
I quickly jerked you, Mary.
So that she would
Why?
think you were pathetic and you would come at just a woman's touch.
But why though? I hate you. Zips Back to the Future. It's great though. All right, last question, and that's who could beat each other's gallery better, right? So like, I just think that the X Men would pretty, other than other than Reverse Flash, again, they would just wipe the floor with
Here's the
like
thing about the X-Men's
Barry's rogues.
villains. They don't, but that's why I said Dark Phoenix, or I guess even Cassandra Nova. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have a telepath. So Charles could enter Reverse Flash's mind and stop him from being able to do anything. That's why I brought up Dark Phoenix, because she could enter his mind and stop him from doing anything.
Yeah, this would be true.
Even though he thinks, I guess he does think at super speed though, so I wonder if he'd be able to track his thoughts.
Yeah, or like if you'd be able to combat like Charles,
Yeah,
like
because he can
and, like
think so
taking
much
over his shit.
faster.
Very interesting.
That'd be
That's very
that's an
interesting.
interesting death battle, Reverse Flash
100
versus
like
Charles
Professor
Xavier.
X.
Or
Yeah,
yeah, Professor X or any telepath, really.
it's very interesting.
Hmm.
Uh,
What do you guys
I don't
think?
know the. Yeah,
Let
I was
us
gonna
know.
say 'cause I
Yeah,
don't
let
know
us
the answer
know.
to that. I'm just like trying to
Yeah.
like run shit through in my head. And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
That's tough.
I still think that I think the X Men could defeat Flash's rogues
better
Oh,
than the
fuck.
Flash could defeat the X-Men's rogues? Because now we're again talking about. But
No, I'm flip flopping.
what can the Flash? What can the Flash do against Apocalypse?
Kind of
He can,
everything though. You know, he can kind of just
but
like
he,
go through him and fucking kill him.
but he can't. But Apocalypse is so durable. You know what I mean?
It's
Like
true.
some of like Juggernaut. He's the unstoppable Juggernaut. If he can't run into him, he can't run into him and
True.
hit him. He's just gonna get stopped. You know. I'm trying to think of it like.
You know, like but at the same time, like Flash's supersonic punch would take out the Juggernaut. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean?
It's just his power levels, his power scaling is just so much higher.
It gets to a place where it just gets to a ridiculous spot.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I mean by speedsters are just on like a crazy another level. I think I'm a flip flop. I think I'm going to say that I think Flash would take care of the X-Men's rogues easier than the X-Men could take care of Flash's rogues, specifically because there's a speedster on each side.
Yep.
Like,
Well,
it kind of
specifically,
skews it.
sorry, a DC speedster who
Yeah, right.
uses the Speed Force.
The
The
Speed
Speed
Force.
Force is what
Right.
makes him so OP. If anyone was wondering, if you're gonna get in the comments with all the hate about why Marvel speedsters and DC speedsters are so different,
Yeah.
the Speed Force.
It's the Speed
Marvel
Force.
speedsters don't have it, and they're astronomical. Like they are a fraction of the speed. Quicksilver can break the sound barrier. Barry can run backwards in time.
Anytime. Yeah, it's
Like
just
there's
like,
just you
you
can't
know,
compare the two.
and like even Reverse Flash, you know, his negative Speed Force, it's too strong. Like
It's
when
faster than
like, you
anything
know,
anyone's ever seen in Marvel. Like even I would say,
yeah,
it's like I wouldn't say it is
it
faster
is.
than anything Silver Surfer has done. Like
Yeah,
even though he can get from one part of the universe to the
universe
other, he
together.
can't go backwards in time.
Yeah, right,
He
exactly. The
can't
Speed
just
Force
break
is just
the
a crazy
laws of
fucking thing.
physics. Yeah.
I actually
Uh,
wonder, because like I'm not like so well versed in the comics that I would know. Is there a point where you guys tell us in the comments where anyone in Marvel has like achieved going back in time through the feat of speed? You know, because like Forge has built a time machine, and like, you know, like there's
Cable has the time machine that
right,
yeah,
right.
like
But just through like you know,
or
like
or even
Nova or like Captain
breaking
Marvel or like
running faster than the speed of light or
yeah,
going faster than the speed of light.
yeah,
Because
because
that's what Flash can do that I don't think
yeah,
anyone in Marvel has ever done.
yeah. Well, I think Silver Surfer could go faster than the speed of light, right? Because he goes from one edge of the universe to the other in a moment's like thought.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
right. So he would have to.
so you know, but I don't think that he's ever at least used the ability to go back in time because like
I don't know if you
his
can in
thing is
Marvel. Now we're
travel.
talking about
You
well
know what I mean? Like
now we're talking about the way the universes work though, you know,
in Marvel,
like
yeah,
the way that time travel works in Marvel and DC are so vastly different. It
that's
doesn't matter
true.
how fast you go in Marvel, you can never use it to time travel.
Yeah, that's interesting. You guys tell us. What do you think about this? Who do you think would win that battle between the rogues galleries? Do you think the speedsters like really just give the edge like I do, or do you think that the X-Men
Telepaths
yeah,
like
right,
I really
yeah,
think the
right,
telepath might
yeah.
give him the edge on it. What are you, team speedster or team telepath?
It really is those characters because like unfortunately like characters like Wolverine, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, everyone else is just a non-factor. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
I guess if Nightcrawler was able to get a hands on Reverse Flash and just leave him in
Teleport him
the
away.
and just leave him in the hell zone that he
Yeah, that's
teleports
interesting.
through.
That's very interesting. That's kind of
There's a
fucked
couple
up.
different things. Yeah, let
Yeah.
us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what other rogues galleries you want to see. Thank you again to Edgewise
Yes,
CL, our
Edgewise.
first honorary superhero. We appreciate
UWL MVP.
you. Yes.
Before we go, if you have any other suggestions, like Edgewise did, drop them in our comments and we will shout you out. We'll do an episode about it just like we did this. And we are excited to be finally getting some tit and tat with you guys. It's exactly what we've wanted for like the last 6 months.
Yep, that's
So
why we
we
started
appreciate
this
it.
whole thing. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So keep it coming, and we appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one.
Peace.